This is like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh my God.
Bernina Barb.
Here, just hold your arm still. Hi, I'm Bernina Barb. Barb, what's going on?
Okay, all right.
Barb, address the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room is I have some eye issues right now. And I've been to 4 doctors in the last week. And so this morning, one of them actually, put the drops in to blow my eyes up and take a look inside. So thank God it's nothing too serious right at the moment. If it reoccurs, it could be, but they tell me what I have is like very rare, very odd. So welcome to my world.
Really what's going on is Barb is trying to dress up like a Beatle. I told her I saw her today. I'm like, you look like John Lennon.
Somebody else said that too.
As soon as I saw her this morning, that Imagine song came on when I saw Barb.
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah, I know.
We're back.
Oh, it's bright.
And we got a lot of exciting things to talk about today. Yeah. We want to talk a little bit about the Mr. Olchi event. And then we also want to talk about the big news, which is Bernina is releasing Magic. With the cape, it was color. Now it's magic. No, but so for
I didn't bring my wand.
Abracadabra. Well, as we find out more, I'm sure we'll do a whole episode.
Okay, all right. Okay.
But Bernina is replacing the 880 with a new machine, the 990. So this is not something that happens very often. The 880 has been a long time at the top of the Bernina lineup, and now we have a new machine that's going to be unveiled. I think the true details and all the sort of nitty-gritty specs, we don't know any of it.
Is this magic? Is this magic?
Yeah, we're not going there yet, though.
Oh, we're not going there yet?
It's coming.
It's coming, though.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that because we got some exciting ways for those of you who are interested and you're looking at purchasing one of these. There's a process and a whole pre-order thing that can guarantee you get first dibs, things like that. We'll go into that a little bit more details. But first, let's just talk about the event. It's been a couple weeks now, right?
It was fun.
It was awesome.
It was big.
Yeah, so thank you to everybody who showed up. I think Kaylee's got a couple pictures. I think my mom might have talked about this already a little bit. She's stole our thunder here a little bit. That's right. But yeah, it was packed. So we had, well over 100 people, I believe. Yeah. And Mr. Olchi was great. He's a super funny guy.
Yeah.
Very charismatic, right?
Very European gentleman. But yeah, a lot of charisma, a lot of just a nice gentleman.
And he wasn't afraid to
No, he was.
He had a point of view. He was like, he'll tell you it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it went really great. They were blown away by the participation. Again, thanks to everybody who came. Yeah. And then also they were blown away by, the staff and just the place and everything. So thanks to everybody who made that such a special day. And, he is a very busy guy and living all the way, in Switzerland, to have him make the time to come see us is a big honor. And from my understanding is he has he's got some big aspirations for us. He had some input on what we could do, and he's got high hopes for us, to grow and become, something special in the Bernina family of dealers. And I think he might come back in a couple of years. Yeah. So we're hoping.
Yeah, he was pretty funny because we had a group in the gathering that were there for their retreat. And some of those ladies did not have Bernina machines. He was pretty funny. It was pretty good.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't shy.
No, he was not shy about,
He's like, where's the sign? He kept on asking my mom, where's the sign on the building? He's like, but there's no sign. So again, thanks to everybody who stopped out there. And congratulations on Pam, right, Pam?
Pam,
who won the 475 Cave Edition giveaway. However, right before we came up here, I had Jake grab. So we gave her a brand new in-box one that Mr. Olchi signed, but we still have the one that we used to promote this event. So if you were at the event and you didn't win and you were hoping, to get your hands. This is obviously the last signed one that we have, but it's the last 475 cave in general that we have. So if you were looking to get your hands on this machine, we have a signed by Mr. Olchi.
One.
Yep, one.
One.
Yep, and we'll have the luggage that goes with it and all the rest of the stuff. But Pam, we pulled a brand new one out just for speed, so we knew everything was in the box.
There, yeah.
So we'll get this one complete. But yes, if you missed out and you're like, you still have a chance. So shoot us an email or give us a call. Stop in. It's not going to last long. I know that. So, yep. So that's one thing we wanted to mention as well. Okay. So while we're talking about specials, let's talk about what's going on in May. And let's talk about everyone's favorite, and I know it's the reason why everyone tunes in. Let's talk about financing deals.
Hey.
I know that's why you're here this morning. You're fired up, and you're like, you know what? I wonder
How much money?
How much money can I get?
So what's happening here is we are there's going to be 2 financing windows in the month of May. We have one that's continuing on right now. That is the 0% for 60. And that one, let me see here. That one is going from April 15th to May 15th. And that way we have a 0% for 12 months and we have a 0% for 60 months. So you might want to jump on that because what's coming up in May is actually not better than that. So the financing from May 17th to May 21st is a 60-month 2.99. So they're actually going to bump that rate up again. So if you were somebody that was on the fence and you were looking at, you want to do that before the 15th. So you got some time. As well, in the month of May, the specials are this special tiered pricing, and I'll hold this as still as I can so Kaylee can zoom up on it here. But essentially, it's a tiered pricing structure. So it's $200 off any $2,000 to $3,000, $300 off any $3,000, and so on, going up to where if you buy basically like a 790 Pro, you can get $1,000 off. So that is going to be the specials for May. So again, some pretty good pricing structures. But there's one more. Barb, take it away. What are the big books? We got 25% off big books.
I love big books. Okay, I for 40 years wrote instructions, did training. Yeah, this is my gig here. And Bernina produces what are called big books, and they are usually kind of meaty, but they really intensely cover different aspects of using the Bernina machines. One I have here is computerized quilting, which is Mr. Luke's specialty. So we have one of those. Big Book of Stitches. This is really cool because, as the cover shows, you can do a lot of different stuff with your machines, but a lot of people don't know which stitches to use or what thread to use or what foot to use. So Big Book of Stitches is cool. Big Book of Quilting, using your domestic machine to quilt. This I just got. I am so excited.
Yeah,
the Big Book of Feet.
Open that up too so they can see. So these books they're expensive, but they are incredible. So it's full page color
photos.
Yeah, and it goes into detail.
Yeah, like I have Bernina Social, and usually I try to have some sort of educational component to that. And it's usually having to do with feet, because everybody has feet that they don't know what to do with. So this Big Book of Feet goes through all of the current, not the historic, all the current feet. And it will tell you what it's supposed to be used for, how it's supposed to be used, what the stitching looks like, what the fabric looks like when you fold it or manipulate it to use that foot. So this is what I'm so excited about. What else do we have? Big Book of Serging, for those who just got their L890.
Mm-hmm.
I think actually, no, maybe it does come with it. I don't know.
The Quilter's Edition.
The Quilter's Edition does get, yeah. Okay.
But it's the Isn't that the new surgeon one? There's so many of these.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, and then machine quilting. I think I already had that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Longarm quilting. Did you talk about that one?
No, we had computerized quilting, but we also have long arm quilting. So yeah, I mean, pages are packed with information. If you go out, and I know there's a lot of people who say, well, this is all online. Well, no, it's not. I am sorry to tell you that a lot of the people who are my age, not necessarily your age, like printed pieces of paper to hold on to. And for what?
Well, I mean, it's still nice. I mean,
Yeah.
if you are on vacation or something, it's nice to not have to always be hooked up to the internet. Honestly,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
it is nice
Yeah.
to.
And they are ring bound, so they lay flat, so you can have them right by your sewing machine. I have like they make those plastic contraptions that you put your cookbook on. Well, that's what I have next to my machine, so that I can put this on my.
I think
Just
some of
like
the
Gathers even makes
We-
and sells
I
them
was gonna say we
too.
sell those.
Okay, all right. So
So if you need a book holder,
if you need a book holder, we
Yes,
got
sir.
them. You got to get the book, and they are what?
They're 25% off. So give us a call and we can get them. And we just ordered
A ton.
I think
Yeah.
we try to order 3 to 4 of each one, and that's
Yeah.
expensive. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you want one, give us a call, send
Yeah.
us an email. We will get one out to you.
Yes. You will want one.
Yes.
Or 2, or 3.
Okay. Do we have any questions or anything going on? And then, everyone who's watching, please, if you have any questions or you want us to talk about anything specific, feel free to make this interactive. Send us a comment or a question, and we can address it while we're doing the live. It makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like we're just talking to a wall. The soulless computer, the
Yeah.
lens. Yeah.
I can't see that far.
I know. I try to lean in so I can read some of the stuff. I saw one earlier that I think we scrolled up. Yeah, magic is not enough details. We need details. We were just talking about that. So they're really teasing this thing.
Oh,
I was told, I had a phone call this morning and I was talking to someone and I'm like, so what have you heard about this? I know you can't give me details, but what is this going to be, this new machine? Is it going to be, just sort of an evolution, or is it going to be like a revolutionary thing?
Yeah.
And I was told that this is going to be something that's really going to be special. And the people who did get the hands on are super just blown away by it.
We had, of course, a lot of Bernina people here the other week, and I asked the instructor who was with us the day before the big event, and she said, I know nothing. I get nothing until I go to training. And I think they go to training this week.
Yeah, so they go
So
soon.
yeah, it's like nobody knows. So we're just having fun.
We were speculating.
Yeah.
Should we
we're
do
having
some speculation?
fun. Yes.
Let's do some speculation. What do you think it's going to be, Jay?
I think it's going to be at least 12 plus inches in throat space.
Yeah, so the 880 was 12 inches, right?
I think
So if
yeah.
they're going to have it be a bigger number, you got to think that they're going to make it bigger.
Better.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope they make it bigger.
We know some of the new features the 790 Pro came with.
Well,
So it's going to obviously have to have everything the 790 Pro had.
Laser,
yeah.
EQM files in the hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30% faster embroider modular.
That's what,
Yeah.
module.
That's just a start. I'm thinking the computer that's behind this baby is
I
gonna
wonder.
be smarter than I'll ever be.
I wonder what it's going to be. I was told that. So we have a few details on the new machine as far as the pricing. And it is aimed right at sort of that brother, what is it, the Lumineer?
I forget.
The Lumineer and the Solaris is the Baby Lock Solaris. So those are the machines that have been sold for quite a few years. They have, I think there might even be on the second iteration. It was
I think so.
It was like
I
Dream
think,
Machine.
Yeah, I think they're on their
And-
second round.
And these machines were well over $20,000.
Yeah.
And Bernina didn't really have a product that competed in that that sort of super high end.
Yeah.
And these machines had a lot of technological bells and whistles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm curious to
But-
see what Bernina does,
Yeah.
because we really didn't have a machine that really competed in that space.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm looking for a bigger display.
bigger display.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking is there's going to be more to do on the display itself than has been done in the past.
Well, what would be really cool? What would be really cool is if, how they have the art and stitch and some of that Creator V9 software.
Yeah.
What would be cool is if instead of having to do that separately on a PC, you could do some of those more advanced functions on the screen.
Yeah, because my 790 Pro, I can create stitches.
Yeah.
And it's not, I don't have, real steady hands sometimes. So it's kind of hard to take that stylus and, make something on screen. So if it's bigger, I think that's,
I think they might give you options.
yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, they're going to be Wi-Fi capable, so you're going to be able to shoot designs.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Right, like 790 Pro is Wi-Fi capable.
Yes.
So you can design something off of it and shoot it onto it.
So
Yeah.
I think so. Let's think about the evolution of this, for like the 790, for example, what you were talking about. So the 770 had that smaller standard screen. Like right when we started, I think they finally came out with the 770 Plus with the bigger screen.
Yeah.
I think that the smaller screen was too small,
Mm-hmm.
and now the screen they have now, you can see things.
Yes.
But I think what you're saying is maybe if the screen could be big enough where you could actually really sort of edit things and create things.
Yeah.
That would be
like a small tablet, not a big tablet, but but bigger than what we have.
well, I was told that this thing is going to be incredible. So
I can't wait.
So how this is going to work? Let's talk about how it's going to work.
How do I get one?
So they're doing this
How
sort
do I
of.
get one? I want one. How do I get
Well,
one?
Barb, we'll talk after this. All right. But for everybody else who's not bringing Barb, no. So what we're going to do, or what Bernina's doing, is they're going to open up a pre-order portal. So what we're going to do is actually this week on Friday, this stuff is coming up pretty fast. The portal opens up at 2 p.m. on Friday, this Friday, which is that the 10th?
I do believe.
I'm kind of going off of my email memory, but it's this Friday. So what we're going to do here at Primitive Gatherings is if you're interested in hearing more about the special packages and things like that, every time they do a new release, there's usually really great bundles, things like that.
Yeah.
And we have some more information on that. But essentially, the pre-order will open up on Friday. And what that's going to do is it's going to guarantee that you get a number and you're going to get a machine that's going to be delivered right after all of us dealers get our floor models. So from my understanding, they're going to be shipping our floor models for those of you who want to just come in and look at it. We should be getting that by, I believe, the end of June, hopefully, after BU, and then maybe early July, right? Early July, I believe. And then as soon as all the floor models go out, then all of the people who do the pre-orders will get their machines. And I think they're going to guarantee them by a certain time. It'll be, if you're somebody who knows you have to have this, if you bought the 880 right away and you know that you want this, this is the way to do that. What?
I have a question. So if pre-orders open on Friday, can you still get the 0% financing window on that?
That's a good question.
That would be something to
that
really
would be
jump on
sweet.
if you can pre-order and wrap it into the 0% as well.
Woof.
Yeah, that's
Check
a
that
good question.
Yeah.
Just because it might be a month or so before you actually get your hands
Right.
on the machine. These are things that if you're interested in on Friday at our open house, we will get you.
Yeah,
we will have
throwing
that.
ideas
Yeah.
out there and
Well,
thoughts.
listen, if
It's an
you
open source thought here.
yeah, that's not a bad thought.
No.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Because people will ask that.
and
Right.
well, and
Yeah,
even if I believe it's going to be a deposit of $1,000 that you're going to put down to get in it, and then I'm sure they're going to have special financing when this thing comes out. But that is not a bad question. Now, what you're going to get, though, let's talk about this. So what you're going to get when you pre-order is you're going to become like a VIP charter member. And what happens is now until the release, you're going to get special access to all of the features as they roll out more information. And then also you're going to get a special gift bundle, which I saw, but we can't talk about. It's really cool. You're going to get, I mean, it's, you know, Bernina, they pack a lot of stuff in their bundles.
It'll be nice.
They don't mess
It'll be
around.
nice. Yeah.
So you get you're going to get your guaranteed machine. You're going to get your guaranteed spot in line to get it. You get the free bundles and access to the information. And you're going to get So on Friday, if you're interested, we can talk about, it's not something we can talk about on the live, but we're going to talk about what Primitive Gatherings little incentive bundle is going to include for those of you who want to pre-order it. So again, we're super excited this Friday. If you're interested, come on into the store after 2 p.m. and we're gonna have a little rally and see if we can't get some people their spots in line. And then hopefully for those of you who are curious but you want to see more, stay tuned.
Yeah.
If you go to the Bernina website right now, you can sign up. It says it's got the magic banner, and then there's a link that you can follow, and you can enter your email in, and you can follow them, and they'll give you more. You'll get the videos as they're released.
Yep.
You know, hopefully they release some more information, but I believe it's not going to be truly unveiled until Bernina University, but that's coming up quickly. So Bernina University is next month, the 18th or 17th?
Wow.
17th through the 21st.
Yeah. So we just booked our flights to Detroit. Jake and I are going to go. We're going to go see this thing in person.
Still got to book the hotel because that was a giant.
You didn't do that?
Yesterday. They hung up on me.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like so hard to book a
Were
reservation.
you being nice?
I was being great.
He can be
They
very
kept
nice.
switching
Okay.
me back and forth to like
Yeah,
in-house
so-
reservations,
so we called-
out-of-house
I
reservations.
he was on speakerphone, and when he tried to book the hotel, the people at the hotel transferred him to the booking service. The booking service said this is an in-house reservation because it's a group with
back over to
Bernina.
the hotel.
So, and then he's like, I got to go. I believe he said he was going to take care of it, but
I did.
well, we hopefully will be there, and you know, it is Detroit.
Not sleeping on the street. Yeah.
It is-
yeah, we'll just pitch a tent in front of the hotel.
It is Detroit, Dick. I think I want to be in the.
Yeah. I
wanna
would be in a locked facility. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll be there, and we'll be there during the live reveal. So you know, stay tuned. That'll be fun. We'll live stream it on Facebook or on YouTube. We'll figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
But
It's just gonna be us.
yeah, it'll be
Me and Luke
super.
taking to the streets of Detroit for BU.
Are we gonna interview people? No. All right. Jeez,
What?
nothing. Just derails me.
Give him a minute. Yeah.
So yeah, magic is coming. We're gonna
almost here.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
we're gonna.
I did do the sign up, and I did the sign up, and I haven't gotten any cool information yet.
I thought there was supposed to be the next video
And
was coming out.
I think I didn't check it today.
What's the date?
So today's the 7th. I think there was some stuff that came out last night. So there may be something out today
we'll
that I
have to
didn't
see.
get yet.
But yep, stay tuned. New machine. It's going to be incredible. It's going to take a spot that is going to be, you know, previously kind of vacant for Bernina. I mean, Bernina didn't really have anything. Oh, so let's talk about that. So the elephant in the room is, so MSRP on this machine is going to be $23,000.
You can say that?
Yep. So it is taking aim right at the high end. I believe, is it FOF? There's a few
No.
companies who have machines that are in that.
Brother
Brother Janome
and Baby Lock.
and Baby Lock. So we're
Yeah.
excited to see what Bernina has to
And-
offer to compete in that segment.
Yeah. And I'm a firm believer in the Bernina bobbin system. I'm sorry, people. I just can't get over a drop-in bobbin.
Well, Barb,
Tell
that
us how
is
you really
fire.
feel, Barb.
Barb, listen, you know what? I'm going to be honest because you were honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I always felt like Bernina, especially with the 7 series bobbin.
Yeah.
I feel like
It
the
is.
jumbo bobbin, I feel like Bernina's always had an edge with hardware, but you cannot say that some of these high-end machines that the competitors offer in that price point, you can't say that they didn't have features that the Bernina didn't. Like I know that for years, Baby Lock has had Baby Lock and Brothers had the projection where it literally projects down. And some people, it's, you know, I would rather have the bones of that 7 series and the Bernina, but it is disappointing when you see other machines doing things that
cool
ours can't.
technology, yeah.
So
but
I'm hoping that this really
Some of them
just, you know, it
blows it out of the water.
it surpasses them
Yeah.
on both fronts now.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping as well. Because I do think that bobbin system is better.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hands down.
So where are we now?
Where's
have
your
a-
agenda?
We have a few. Actually, let's let Jake talk for a second. Jake, we got a cool trade in.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about the cool trade in.
Bernina 635 Artista.
Look at this,
Look
baby.
at this gem. Gem of the
Yes.
gem.
Woo.
For those of you I saw in the comments talking about how expensive some of these Berninas are, a good thing that you can do is to
Whoa.
get into some of these pre-owned ones.
Mhm.
But this was a special edition, and this lady just picked up a 790 Pro, and she had this thing for a long time, and she loved it. But she, listen, she came and she sat down on that machine, and
Couldn't say no.
she couldn't say no.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
For those of you, what are we selling this for, Jake?
$1,200.
So
Woo!
it comes with the luggage that I wheeled up to that I can show
Nice.
right over here.
With the luggage, embroidery model.
Yeah. So let's see if we can show this up because this is actually pretty cool luggage.
Yeah.
So they actually did the full on here, Jake, over here. Got it? There we go.
Huh.
Yes. So it's the full matching luggage. Really cool. Beautiful machine. This would be a great travel machine size. It actually comes with the embroidery module, and the lady brought in a ton of accessories.
Yeah, we got the ton of accessories for it. It's ready to rock. Just serviced. The thing lays down a stitch like nobody's business.
Did you bring the little?
Oh,
show that
yeah,
off, Jake.
I always got them here.
Show this off. So Jake did a little sew off here. He could have chose a better color. I can see that already.
I guess I wasn't prepared for the camera.
You'll have to
I
take
just
our
use-
word for it.
I just use scraps.
Yeah.
You got what you have available.
It's got a beautiful stitch. A beautiful stitch.
Man.
So what are we selling for? $1,200?
$1,200.
$1,200. Give us a call.
Price.
This is something that
Because
we could.
it won't last long.
No.
Because Barb's looking for a travel machine.
I got a cake.
Yeah, we got a case.
Signed.
Signed. Okay.
Remember you texting me about how you wanted his autograph?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
there it is.
There it is.
It's
Okay.
just going to cost you a couple.
Well, okay. But hurry anyway because.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, what do we have here now, Jake?
Oh, man.
Now, this is the Barb.
This is
Bernina
the
Barb.
Barb specialty.
This is the Barb. Should we tell this story or?
Sure. Yeah.
So this is one of our demo models. We tried to do some things on it.
Why don't we talk about it?
Yeah,
Barb.
Barb.
And yes, Barb was asked to do some heavy duty stitching. So Barb put a 120 18 needle in this machine. And when I stitched the heavy duty, whatever it was, I was stitching for somebody's father.
Shh.
I think the combination of pressure actually forced that needle up into the needle bar,
And
and
got it stuck.
I could not get that needle out, and I actually broke the machine.
Barb managed to do it.
I have to tell you, it was tough. It went through like if you guys have ever worked with a sticky back Velcro and duck cloth, that's not what these machines. These are precision machines.
It probably
They aren't
wasn't.
really,
And were you zigzagging through it too?
I was doing the whole ball of wax, man, and yeah, I broke it.
With that being said,
Kind of like I've killed rhubarb.
with that being said, technically this is a demo machine. It has never been sold, so the serial number still can be registered as the original owner of the machine. Now I
And
went
now
through
it really
the
What'd
entire
you
thing.
do to it,
I had
Jake?
to replace the entire needle bar in it. The thing lays down a stitch now, that's for sure. So somebody could get a smoking deal on a cape.
Yes. Come and try it out. It's
yeah.
good as new.
Yeah,
yeah.
it really is.
You
It's
know,
nice.
great.
Yeah.
Barb just kind of, you know.
I kind of overdid.
Well, listen, and the one thing I tell her too, especially on these demo machines, when people come in, it's like, try to break it. I can fix it. You know, it's like, if that's what's going to happen, you know, we're going to put these things to the test.
Yeah,
right?
we do try it.
And I'm confident that we're going to be able to put it back together. And I mean, I had this whole thing, you know,
Yeah.
completely taken apart. I
Yeah.
had springs all over the place. I mean, this thing is back
like
together
new.
now, and
Like
it
new.
lays down a stitch. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You
Just
know,
don't try,
for these
you know.
more intensive repairs, Bernina offers great service help for me. You know, I can call down there with any question that I have, and their dealership support for the technical side is awesome.
What model is that?
This is a Case 770.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
does this still come with the luggage?
yeah, it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
So somebody could get a real good deal on that. I don't think we're going to disclose the price. If you're interested, call us.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to say one more thing about this. I said something about precision, and these machines are precision stitchers. It's not like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I did overdo, and I kind of knew it when I started. But you got to, you know, anyway.
Can't be scared.
Anyway,
I mean, what really happened was where your needle screw goes in here, it was broken off and it was lodged inside of there. So we couldn't get the needle out. We couldn't get a new needle in, essentially. So technically, nothing happened with the needle bar itself. It's just when you have to replace those components, it's easier
better to
do
replace it.
that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
I found out.
Yeah.
So
and now it will stitch precision like.
absolutely with
Yes.
full warranty. So if you break it again,
Yeah.
I can fix it.
He can fix it.
All right. What are we at here?
Moving on.
Moving on.
Any
Okay.
questions so far?
Any questions?
Any interaction here from our?
What do we got? I'm trying to read here.
Boys, you need a professional assistant.
We have one.
We have
Barbara. She's new.
Susie asks, I have a Grace long arm frame that I no longer need. Do you have any suggestion on what I can do with it?
sell it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, sell it on Facebook Marketplace, but it's such a pain in the butt sometimes with the scammers and weirdos that are on there.
Yeah.
So if you know somebody who is a little bit more, got a little bit more experience with it, Jake does it all the time, and like
I'm not worried for my safety.
Yeah,
but
like it's you know.
Longarm University too is also a website where you can post frames, long arms, and stuff like that. I think they charge you a charge per post, but that's another option that's available if you don't want to go like a marketplace or Facebook. Longarm University. So check that out. What else we got?
Oh, I see.
How
Yeah.
many classes are needed, or how many hours does it take to learn how to use all the features on one of these machines?
It's going to take a while. And full disclosure, so we have a process to try to train. So if you're talking about, like, for example, the people who buy the new 990, so we're going to go to Bernina University and they're going to teach us all the new features. It's like, that's why Bernina is so great, is they come and they put on all these amazing events and we get trained. And then how it's going to go is, if you bought the machine, I do a lot of what we call the orientation. So what that is I teach you the basics, so you can open your box when you get home and you can put it together. You can plug it in. You understand how all the parts go together, how to thread it. Jake will go over, where to oil it, how to oil it, how often to oil it, those types of service questions. But what we want to do is, usually it takes about 45 minutes, and the goal is to get you just to the things you need to do right away. So we don't want to overwhelm you, because we could go, I mean, we're going to go spend a week, right? Where all we do all day is learn about the new features of the machine. And then what we do is, after you go home and you spend some time with it, doing the basic straight stitch and maybe the couple zigzags or the basic playing around with the embroidery stuff, when you're ready for that like 1.2 lesson, you call us and you make an appointment with Barb. That way, when you come in for the more advanced features, your brain space is not being taken up by how to thread the machine, where to oil the machine, all the stuff that after you just let that settle, you know that. So then you can come back and then really pay attention to the more advanced things.
Mhm.
After that, what we do is we advise you to join one of our clubs.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
Bernina Social, we have one coming up on the 13th.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's where you come and you have a bunch of Bernina owners who own similar or the same machines that you do. And you spend up to 8 hours using that machine with people like Bernina Barb, where if you have a problem, you don't just have to go to Facebook or stop for the day. You can get over that hurdle and keep going. And after you spend some time doing that and then the time at home, you really get to know the more features.
Yeah.
And then anyone who purchases a machine from us, as long as you call ahead and say, you know, I'm looking to I want to know more about how to program my back kick, which is something.
Yeah.
Can I come in? I put you on the schedule and we go over specific things. And there's no limit to those amount of
sorts
things
of things,
because
yeah.
there really is a lot of,
There's a lot of
there's a
back-
lot.
There's a lot behind those screens.
And
Yeah.
even if we sat down with a textbook and we went step by step, like the Bernina Mastery stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like that they do that. That's really great. But honestly, that's a lot for
It
someone
is.
to sit down. If
It
I'm going to
is.
show you how to put the foot on and how to thread the machine, and then we're going to go over how to program and navigate and all that stuff, it's too much at once.
Yeah.
So we do like a step by step approach, and
Mhm.
it's worked really pretty good.
Yeah.
So
And we've also found that a lot of times people really like that Bernina Social because there's people who have used the machine that they have for a long time or as long as the machine has been out. So there's always the people who have had a little bit more experience than you have. And we have Katrina Selhausen, and Katrina is like my right-hand person over there. She got her 790 Pro before I got my 790 Pro. So there's people who have a lot of experience, even on some of the older, smaller machines. Like I did a 135 recently. The lady had it for a while and hadn't sewn on it for a while. So, there's all kinds of reasons to come back to us. Or if you haven't purchased your machine from us, but you like coming out here and the camaraderie of the people and you need some help, I do help, and there's a charge for that. So you understand that, we like to support our customers, but we also like to support the Bernina community. So if you have not purchased your machine here, silly you, we can help you anyway. And we get that a lot of the time.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Okay, so where are we at now? So what do we got left?
you have some boxes there. What are those boxes?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
fancy.
All right, I wanted to take a moment and talk about
Oh,
something
yes.
that I love. And this is a little bit more educational, which I wanted to mix into these lives. So it's not all just, everyone's favorite financing topic, but we do talk about some things that really helped us out. For those of you who own a Bernina Longarm, this should be extremely familiar. This is a TOA gauge. And what this does is this measures the tension in your bobbin case. Okay. Now, what you see in here is actually not a Bernina bobbin. So I went back and I looked at some of our trade-ins we have in stock, and I took a Handy Quilter bobbin case and I went ahead and I tested it out. And sure enough, this will work. Here we go. You'll see how it works. It's like a scale. This will work as a gauge for many other brands. Okay, and I believe this is the M size bobbin case. This is your standard bobbin case that should be in all Longarms. And I wanted to talk about this. If you don't have one of these, okay, and especially if you're learning and you're new, all right, and you have a lot of bobbin tension issues, this right here is a lifesaver. Okay, so how we teach tension, and again, you'll hear different things from different people, and that's fine. But how I learned and how we've had a lot of success was the one constant you have in the bobbin equation is your bobbin tension. Okay. So this scale gives you a number, and the number for the Bernina is 220. And I bet that it's probably very, very similar to what would work best with a lot of other brands. Now, if I change the thread to a heavier thread and the friction is naturally higher, I might have to loosen my bobbin case, but I am still going to start my tension at 220. Now, how we teach tension is we keep that bobbin tension consistent, and then we adjust the top tension to perfect the stitch, right? So if I have my bobbin tension consistent at 220 and I'm getting loops on the bottom, I'm going to make sure that I raise my top tension because I don't have enough top tension. And as that thread is getting pulled down, it's just looping, right? If I have little dots on the top where I'm pulling my bobbin tension, my bobbin thread up, I'm going to loosen my top tension and let those little dots sink into the quilt where they need to be. We know that tension is a tug of war. And what we want ideally is the perfect dash, dash, dash on the top and the dash, dash, dash on the bottom. And this link is going to be somewhere in the batting. We don't want to see it on the bottom and we don't want to see it on the top. We don't want eyelashes or loops or anything like that. And this right here is how we teach everybody who buys a long arm from us. And this again is included in the purchase of any Bernina Q series. But really, if you don't have one of these, this is really nice. This will really help you. And how it works is you just click it in here. Okay. And I have the little screwdriver and I can actually tighten or loosen this as I need to, as I test my bobbin. So you route this a specific way, and I'll turn this around, Kaylee, don't worry. I route this a specific way and I pull this through and that gives me a number. Now, if it's at 300, I'm going to give it a little bit of a lefty-loosey. And if it's at 150, I'm going to give it a little righty-tighty. What this also does, which is something that I don't think people might realize, is if I ever test this bobbin and see how I'm pulling this and how that little gauge is very consistent, that means that this bobbin is probably wound correctly. So if I ever pull my bobbin and I'm getting this, this bobbin was probably potentially wound incorrectly. And that thread is going over the top of each other, or it's not wound evenly or whatever. And this might be the cause of why when I look at my stitch, I got my tensions all over the place where it seems like it's tight and then not tight and then tight. This will test that. And you can see, if that's not a steady reading, you probably need to wind a new bobbin and then maybe adjust your bobbin winder or go from there. But that really does help out quite a bit, this TOA gauge, as you're learning. I mean, now we don't necessarily use it all the time, but this was something that really made a big difference and really cut down on the issues that we had. Now, here's the thing, is I have 4 of them, okay? And regular price, these are $236.99, but we're going to sell them at 25% off to the first 4 people who call. So it ends up being somewhere in the neighborhood of $175. So this will work. I can't guarantee, it's not like I tested every machine, but I went and I grabbed the handy quilter and the baby lock and some of the other trade-ins I have down in our little area, and it seemed like it worked great. So I would definitely get my hands on one of these if you can. That would be,
yeah. If you've had one and dropped it and broke it, which has happened in the past, it's good to get the replacement because of what we just went over, that tension issue. I have some people who have commented during our lives about tension issues with the sit-down long arms. And I do sit-down long arm. And I said a lot of the times it's, the feeding of that fabric is, a tension issue. But if you haven't started out in the right way, you aren't going to end up in the right way. So, yeah, tension is huge.
yes, right. Get one. Okay, we are at the end of, did you grab the prizes?
No, we have 3 prizes. It's going to be a surprise prize.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, they're good. But it's a surprise because I left them downstairs.
We have to talk about the panel class.
Yeah. We do have your graphics.
You do?
Of as long as there's the right ones. Here, double check on my computer.
That is it.
Yeah,
that is it. And I can show it in person too.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so we are whipping together another long arm robotic quilting class. So for those of you who follow this, you know that we did that panel class, the National Parks panel, a couple months ago. We want to do that on a regular basis. So this first one's coming up really quick, and we're excited to announce that we're going to do the cryptozoology panel this time, and we're going to do a one-day event. The day is going to be May 22nd, and there's going to be a morning session, and a afternoon session, and we're going to have six available slots per session, so 12 total. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the Longarm to do these panels. And this is by the same people who did the national parks, but this is really cute and really funny. And this is the cryptozoology. So it's all the sort of mysterious, what do you want to call it? The
Otherworldly.
some people would say fake creatures.
Yeah.
But no
Like
offense
the
to all the Bigfoot hunters out there.
Jackalope, yeah.
But yeah, so all the sort of the famous mysterious creatures that live in these national parks. So you see, like my favorite guy is the alien, and it says "I need space." That's out in Nevada. So you got the lizard man, and then of course you got the Bigfoot and the jackalope. So we have that one. Yeah, so we have that one. It's cute. They're a little bit smaller, so that's why we're able to do. Yeah, let's show it off here. And this would be a great pillow, or even Jake is framing them and putting them in his house because that's what type of person he is. So he has a go green or go home lizard man. So this will be fun, and this is something that will be like, let's say you want to get exposure to the long arm quilting robotics, but you don't necessarily want to stand around for 8 hours like the last class was. This will be good for you. This will be something that'll be fun and quick.
Yeah, these go super quick.
And this, you can use
I drew
this.
a green grunge on the back.
Yeah, we can do you could turn this into a pillow front, or you could frame it. There's a few little things you could do. You could just bind it and have it be a little table mat thing, or So, and then the other thing we have is if you don't want to do those, you can have a choice of also doing the slightly larger Bigfoot only panel, which is cool. So this is, again, it's probably about the same size as the 4 panels, but this is just the Bigfoot. So you can choose to do this. We are going to handle the signups through this is something because we don't need lunch. We're not going to do the gathering. So we'll have snacks and some treats at lunch during the sort of switch, but we're not going to do lunch at the gathering. So the price is going to be cheaper. It's going to be $75. You'll get the class and you get to leave with either the Bigfoot panel or the little mini panels, and hopefully some more knowledge on the long arm robotics for those of you who are interested in learning that. So you're going to call us directly. Right now, Barbara is manning the phones downstairs. So give us a call, sign up, and reserve your spot now. That's going to be a lot of fun. And we have some plans going forward. We want to do this on a monthly basis for those people who want to get hands-on on these machines. Actually, what we're talking about now, just a little sneak peek, I think this summer what I want to do is a sort of one-on-one where we have one quilter for each person in the class, and you bring your quilt and we quilt your quilt and you leave with your quilt. We got to figure out like what sizes and pattern restrictions so it doesn't turn into like a 3-day class, because that'll be very expensive for you, but I think that's something we're going to do in the future. So stay tuned for that. But May 22nd, come join us. It'll be a lot of fun. It's a half dayer, so it's not going to be it's not going to be an all day thing. So I think that'll be fun for those people who just want to come in, get your panel, learn a thing or two, maybe ask us a bunch of questions and get out of there. Okay. Right. So what do you got?
Prizes?
I got prizes.
I think we're running a little late here, so we might have to put a pin in the old quilt spotlight.
Oh,
we'll do it next week.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll save that for next week.
Yeah.
Oh. Dang, she says.
Okay. All right.
Dang, she says.
Yes, dang. All right. I have 3 prizes. One goes to Lila. Lila, call us. No.
Email
talk to Heidi at primitivegatherings.us. Heidi.
Perfect.
All right. Kim Myers, and Susie Luttrell. All right. So give Heidi a little email and let her know that you're alive, and she will send you a pretty cool gift. All right.
Any final questions for us before we get out of here? Anything? I'm not sure if they're on the website or not. We can double check it. I believe that they're in our point of sale system, so they might be up. But if they're not, give us a call and we'll get it sent out to you. We'll just do it over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Panels?
No, the
Toe
toe gauges. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Did you have anything?
No,
Anybody?
always.
The
Just
final,
remember,
the final.
we're getting to it, Barb.
Okay.
No,
Put your glasses on.
Yeah, Barb, put your glasses
Shades
on.
on.
Can I put your glasses on? Let me see this.
You don't want to see these.
Bernie.
There's
Always remember.
You don't know, but there's a kaleidoscope going on behind. What is it? All right, Jake, let's do the sign off.
Barb, ready?
Ready.
Always remember to clean and oil your machine.
See you next week.